Jean-Marie Le Pen, the founder of France's far-right National Front Party and one of the most divisive figures in French politics, has died at the age of 96. Known for his shocking rhetoric and polarizing ideology, Le Pen's career reshaped the political landscape of France, pushing far-right nationalism into the mainstream. Born on June 20, 1928, in Brittany, Le Pen grew up in modest circumstances. His father, a fisherman, died in a mine explosion when Le Pen was just 14, a tragedy that left a profound impact on his life. After being denied entry into the French military at 16 for being too young, he eventually joined the French Foreign Legion, serving in both the Indochina and Algerian wars. His military service, however, became a source of controversy, as he openly admitted to using torture during the Algerian War of Independence, a claim he later tried to dismiss as political smearing. In 1972, Le Pen founded the National Front, a party centered on nationalist and anti-immigration policies. Under his leadership, the National Front became infamous for its extremist positions, including his dismissive comments about the Holocaust, which he described as a detail of history. These remarks led to multiple convictions for denying crimes against humanity and sparked international condemnation, but they also cemented his support among France's far-right voters. Le Pen's most shocking moment came in 2002, when he advanced to the second round of the French presidential election. His second-place finish in the first round sent shockwaves through the nation, highlighting the growing influence of far-right politics. However, his extremist rhetoric led to a decisive defeat in the runoff against Jacques Chirac, who won in a landslide. Throughout his career, Le Pen faced legal challenges and public backlash for his inflammatory statements. He was convicted multiple times for provoking hatred and discrimination. Among his most notorious remarks were suggestions that the Ebola virus could help control global overpopulation and offensive descriptions of Roma people, for which he was fined and condemned. Despite the controversies, Le Pen remained a dominant force within the National Front until his daughter, Marine Le Pen, took over leadership in 2011. Seeking to modernize the party and shed its extremist image, Marine rebranded it as the National Rally and expelled her father in 2015 after he refused to moderate his rhetoric. The split between father and daughter escalated into legal battles, with Marine ultimately succeeding in distancing the party from its founder's divisive legacy. Le Pen's final years were marked by health issues and legal troubles. Last year, he faced charges alongside his daughter for allegedly embezzling European Parliament funds through fake jobs, though he was excused from court appearances due to his declining health. Despite his absence from the political stage, his influence on French politics endured. Le Pen's early life and career offer a glimpse into the formation of his controversial worldview. In his autobiography, Memoirs, Fils de la Nation, Son of the Nation, he described his upbringing in a home with a dirt floor, his expulsion from secondary school, and his eventual rise to prominence in law and politics. His military service, marked by allegations of brutality, set the stage for the combative persona that defined his public life. French President Emmanuel Macron acknowledged Le Pen's impact on French politics, stating that he was a historic figure of the far right whose influence will be judged by history. Le Pen's death closes a contentious chapter in French history. While his supporters view him as a patriot who championed nationalism, his critics see him as a figure who propagated division and hate. His legacy continues to loom large over France's political scene, as his daughter Marine Le Pen leads the rebranded National Rally in a bid to further mainstream far-right politics. Jean-Marie Le Pen passed away in a care facility, surrounded by his loved ones. His polarizing career and controversial rhetoric leave behind a complex and debated legacy that will shape not only his party but also the broader landscape of French politics for decades. His passing marks the end of an era but leaves behind questions about nationalism and identity that continue to challenge France today.